Hey, how's it going everyone? GC Performance here, back with another video. Today I have for you guys this beautiful, brand new 2022 Scott Addict Eride Premium. It's in a size medium, which is a 54. Thing weighed in with the battery installed, I believe around 28 pounds, 2 ounces. I have my scale, I don't have the visual of it, I know you guys want to see it. But, and then kilos, I didn't get a chance to do it because I had to hold it up, but it looks gorgeous. Sorry for the no sunlight today. There's about to be a damn hurricane coming here, so I'm trying to get some videos in before everything kind of takes off. But I'm over here at Epic Cycles. They just got this in stock. It's the first 2022 Scott that I've seen hit the stateside, so very excited for it. It is an electric e-bike with its own with its own proprietary rear wheel. It's a rear hub driven e-bike. The battery's right here, but it looks, it looks gorgeous. It looks like their patented Addict bike with the full internal cables. It looks like a normal road bike. If you were to remove this external battery right here, unplug it right here, you could ride this bike as is, and I think without the battery it comes in around 23 pounds. So you could still buy this bike, and if you didn't want to use it for the e-bike day where you didn't want the motor, you could ride without it for a 23-pound bike and be completely normal with it. I mean, these bikes nowadays with disc brakes are getting up to 18 pounds as is. So if you spend $9,300, which isn't bad for a premium, this is their top line e-bike they make. Other companies out there like Specialized and stuff like that, they have their top line Creo SLs going for like $15,000, $14,000. This is the top line bike that you get by Scott, and it's around $9,300. So different types of motors, everything like that. Specialized has been doing for a while, but man, this bike looks great. So without further ado, I'll go through the whole bike, kind of walk you through it, and we'll go from there. So starting off with the handlebars, you get the fully integrated cockpit with the full carbon stem and handlebar. It's a one-piece. This is by their Synchros. I think it's called their Creston ICSL. With the shifters, I haven't seen these in forever. This is a Durace 11-speed, not 12-speed, Durace 11-speed Di2 with a hydraulic disc brake system. And you have the electronic shifting in the back. Going down to the front, you have the Scott logo right here, which looks beautiful. It's in this gloss chameleon color. It changes colors as you see. Right now it's purple, it goes to green. Going down to the fork, and you can see there are some revisions here. This fork does look a little bit thicker than a normal Addict fork. It looks a bit more beefier to accommodate the weight and the speed of what you're going to be doing on this bike. So I like to see that they paid a little bit more attention to detail. You have the tucked in from the front fork as well into the frame. It looks really Addict-y, but I don't remember the Addict having like these full-on like arrow marks in there, so it looks good. The wheels on here are going to be their Capital 1.0 wheels. I know that they did also make the spoke count a little bit thicker. I think it's a 28 hole for the front, I think a 32 hole for the rear because of that rear hub, so they want as much support that you can get for a wheel on here. Tires that they came on here are the Schwab, mother effer, the Schwabi Pro 1s and the tubeless ready version. So these are tubeless ready tires. It's a 700 by 30 as well, and you're seeing a lot more of these e-bikes come with this wider tire to accommodate it. The reason why, with a wider tire, it'll be a little bit more comfortable. And you have a motor to help you out, so I don't think you're worried about drag and heavy as much. So you want to make the ride as enjoyable as possible. Going to the rotors, it is a center lock rotor with a 160mm rotor. You have your Durace flat mount disc brake right here as well. You have a through axle with a 5mm that you have to remove on here. Going to the crank, we'll come on out here. We have that's a beautiful Scott logo right there. You can see the chameleon color change. So it goes from green to a purple, back to a green, go down to a Durace crank. It is a compact crank. I think they spec this bike with a 5034. I don't know why a lot of these e-bike companies do that. Like even the Creo, I think comes with a 46 chainring in the front. Put a standard on there. Put a 5339. Put something big. Put it at least a 5236. But 5039 is on there. I guess they're just insinuating that people are buying this bike strictly for climbing, but that's not the case. People just want to be able to ride further, longer, and faster speeds. Now, curiosity here. This is how you turn this on right here. So go ahead and press this button. It's not as I really haven't worked around with the system yet. This is just the first bike that I've seen on there. So you have all these different functions on here. I think you can also hook it up with a Bluetooth app and pair it. I believe that this is the only battery on here as well. And I think this is the battery that powers the whole motor. But you just, you press this on. That's, again, it's flashing different colors. I'm not too sure about it. I'll get some more insight on it later on. I'll probably have more of these bikes on the channel. But it plugs into there. And like I said, this battery is fully removable if you wanted to. You unplug it from this down port right here. I think you can put a water bottle cage right here as well. But I mean, it's a cool concept. They didn't go after the full crank driven, belt driven like the Creo or like these other e-bikes you're seeing. I do kind of prefer that just because of the fact that when you start messing with a hub in the rear, you start messing with proprietary components and wheels, and let's say you break a spoke or something like that down the road, it becomes a little bit more trickier to get parts for it, and wheel rebuilds and bearings and stuff like that. But even that, the Creo I think has a boost hub. But in terms of what they're doing to be different, the bike itself, if you take off this motor, if you take off that battery, it literally looks like a normal bike, and they did a great job of hiding the hub behind the disc brake and the cassette as well. So very cool. I mean, it's just like an Addict. It's a normal Addict without that battery on there. Going to the seat post, you have your little seat post collar right here that tightens down the seat post. It's like the little pinch bolt, the clamp. It's a 3mm right here to tighten it up. This is a proprietary Aero seat post as well by Synchros, a carbon fiber. You can see there's a little bit of gritty paste here, or gritty carbon structure here to make it a little bit better stopping. Saddle is a full carbon Synchros Belcarra carbon rails, and then in this beautiful tan color to match the tan sidewalls. I love the chameleon bike with the tan matching on there. It looks really good. But yes, I'm not too sure. I want to figure out more about this stuff as well. One second. I want to figure out more of what this is, like what these little bolts are here and here as well. Really cool. Front derailleur on here, Dura-Ace front derailleur. You have a Dura-Ace chain, and then you have a 1130 tooth cassette in the rear by Dura-Ace. And then a Dura-Ace rear derailleur as well. And it's been great. It's been a long time since I've seen my friend Dura-Ace. I haven't seen the Dura-Ace components in forever. Rear wheel is the same thing, the Synchros Capital wheel. Synchros is made by Scott. That's their in-house brand, kind of similar to all these other companies. Capital 1.0. I believe these are a 35mm deep dish wheel. Again, the same tires in the back as a Schwabel Pro 1. Tan sidewalls. They are tubeless ready. Rims are tubeless ready, and you just need to convert them. Now to the back, we can see here, it's a 6-bolt rotor, whereas the front was a center lock. This is an XTR rotor, where the front was a Dura-Ace rotor. Reason for that is because they needed a 6-bolt, I guess, to mount to the hub. But yeah, and then you have the Dura-Ace flat mount, and you can see the extra attention to detail, the thicker arms, the thicker carbon layout down here to reinforce this massive wheel that's going to be putting out the power on there. Another thing for this bike, in terms of another thing for this bike, you can see here this little American flag right here. See this little American flag right here? See it right there? See it right here? So they marked that because obviously they sell these in Europe as well. There's different regulations on, it's not just because they're supporting, you know, American Pride. It's just because of the fact that there's different regulations in the stateside compared to EU. So stateside, I think the maximum amount of speed it can go on this thing is 20 miles per hour. Now, I don't think that's like how fast this thing governs off. I think it might be they can go a little bit quicker. I don't know for sure, but we'll have to double check. But you can see right there, it's a 36 volt, 250 watt. And then in EU, I think the max speed is 25 miles an hour. So there are different configurations, different governors and different rules and regulations they have to follow. But yeah, I mean, the bike looks solid. I'm excited, like I said, to see all this 2022 product. Big fan of Scott. I can't wait to see some Addicts and some foils come in. I want to see some of the newer stuff, but just excited to bring you guys new content. So this is, again, the 2022 Scott Eride Premium in a size 54. Weighs in at 28 pounds with the battery, 28 pounds, 2 ounces with the battery. And yeah, beautiful bike. Absolutely gorgeous. Now, I'm gonna say this too. If you go to Scott's website right now, and you go to Scott Sports Bicycles, just to the normal domain website, you click this bike, it's gonna say Dura-Ace 22 speed. I have no idea where they got that from. This is 11 speed. This is not 22 speed. You can see, we'll count right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 11 speed. So yeah, that's gonna do it for this video, guys. Thank you guys again so much. I don't know if I'll be able to get a free body sound test, but I'm gonna try my best. It sounds, here, I'll give you guys a sneak peek. Put my microphone close to it. Nothing crazy. It doesn't sound like anything massive, and I don't know what it would be like to change up the driver on there. I don't know what it would be. Again, like I said, that's the kind of downfall to a rear hub propelled motor, is that I don't know what the maintenance is on it. I don't know how the bearing's gonna last. I don't know anything like that. But they look like they did a really sound job, and obviously they put in the research for it, so we'll see. Oh God. But thank you guys, and that's gonna do it for this video, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Oh, fuck.